All right. This is going to be a video just quickly going through everything I'm taking on the Great Divide Trail. We'll be hiking from Waterton National Park at the Montana-Alberta border and then following the Rocky Mountain Divide all the way to Jasper. There's my dog Sprout here. Unfortunately, she's not coming. It's going to be me and my dad going on the trip for a total of 38 days, including some town stops. And yeah, we head out tomorrow morning to Calgary to start the adventure. Let's go over to the side. Okay, so first, starting in my backpack, this is the Superior Wilderness Designs Long Haul 50. This is a 50-liter backpack. I originally bought it in 2019 in preparation of my through hike of the Pacific Crest Trail that never panned out due to the pandemic. But it's been a great bag. I've done a lot of local trips with it and some trips in the British Columbia island. So I've done the North Coast Trail with it, and then I did the Sunshine Coast Trail as well with it. Great backpack, super durable, handles to bushwhacking. A few rips in here, no problem. Yeah, so that's the backpack. So I'll just start by bringing things out of it. So since this is the Rocky Mountains, we'll start in the shoulder pockets. First time carrying bear spray here on the coast. It's mostly just black bears, so haven't had to carry bear spray, but in the Rockies, gonna definitely need it. Other shoulder pocket, 700 milliliter water bottle. That will be nice and quick for stopping at a lot of the glacier-fed creeks and not having to stop and filter water. For other water storage, got two 1 liter smart water bottles. And then my dad and I are sharing a Knock Vecto 2 liter water bladder just for some of the longer water carries in section A, and just as extra backup. It's a dry summer this year, so just trying to be careful. And then we've got a Platypus quick draw water filter that we'll also be sharing for filtering water. Yeah, Sprout, excuse me. So that's in the shoulder pockets. In the hip belt pockets, carrying a few things that will be readily accessible on the trail. So I've got this pouch here with some of my lotions and cream. So I can open that up. So just got a little microfiber cloth for my glasses. A little bottle from Lightsmith that I just filled up with some face sunscreen. A larger little Nalgene 10 milliliter, or I don't know how many milliliters, bottle just for bug spray. Using Picardin bug spray just to not damage our clothes with DEET. What else we got? We got some SPF 15 lip balm, also from Lightsmith, and then we've got some Vaseline, just some anti-chafing cream in that one there. So I'll put that down. What else do we got in this pocket here? So got just some cash and my credit card and ID. Put that on the ground. For my spoon fork situation, I've been carrying a Sport for the past 5 years, trying something new. This Human Gear spoon and fork combo. It's kind of nice, it slides into each other, and then you can also extend it for a longer spoon or fork. So that's nice. That's going to live in my hip belt pocket for most of the time, except at night. And then just my Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Got the scissors in there. Okay, we'll move around to the outside pouch. It's a little untidy. So I got my poop kit here. So in it we've got my Deuce of Spades trowel that we've got there. We've got my Kulo Clean Backcountry Bidet. First long trip I'll be using that for. Some Summit Suds powder soap that I also got from Lightsmith. That's nice and light and doesn't freeze. And then just maybe about 8 squares of toilet paper just as backup in case, or if we get to a spot that does have toilets, because some areas do. Okay, what's next? Okay, so overkill, but I just wanted an extra bag. We might have to hang some food, so I've got some merino wool icebreaker light liner gloves. Those will be good for the morning. Some Montbell rain pants. So these are the same material as the Versalite, but we got these from the Japanese store, and they are made with a 20D membrane instead of 10D, or I guess not membrane, 20D fabric. So we've tried these on a few bushwhacks, are durable enough. Super light, made of Gore Windstopper, 2 layers and all seam sealed, and yeah, much more breathable than most of the rain pants I've had. I think they weigh about like 150 grams. And then my other rain gear, also Montbell. Got it as well from the Japanese store. This is, what's this one called? I'm drawing a blank what this is called, but this is made with Gore-Tex Shake Dry. Fantastic, breathable. Also can use it as my wind shell. Never wets out. We'll see how it holds up on the trail, since it was only about 200 Canadian from Montbell's website instead of the 500 in the States. I'm happy to try it out on a trail. In worst case, Ontario, it only lasts the one trip, but I've been using it for the past 6 months. It's a game changer, definitely the best rain jacket I've had, and unfortunately had way too many. And then this is just a ultra absorbent little towel that weighs about 10 grams, and we just, for wiping down the tent. And then for my food situation, let me just get this out. Definitely a bit different, but I am carrying both a cooking kit and a cold soaking kit. I know there are things like the Vargo pot that does both. I didn't feel like buying anything new, so for the most of my meals, we dehydrated, so do a lot of rice and beans, dehydrated lasagna, buttered chicken, a few other things. So we'll just be, for me, I'm cooking. My dad's gonna be cold soaking the whole way, so I've got a 700 milliliter Toaks titanium pot here, one of the 100 gram small canisters, and then I got the Pocket Rocket Deluxe. This thing's great and efficient and really good in the wind. So got that. Carrying the lid, debated not carrying that after Gear Skeptic's latest video, but kind of ties everything together. We've just got our Canada National Parks passes, since this passes through 4 different national parks, I believe. Yeah, we just got those. Maybe 5 national parks. And then this is my cold soaking kit. So this is just a 50 gram Righteous coffee gelato container. Overpriced gelato, but works really well. So most of our lunches we'll be doing like Indonesian ramen, so like Indomie mee goreng. Just in here, one of those is about 400 grams, cold soaks really well. And it's just a bit better to break it up instead of having bars all day. Okay, that's the outside of our pocket, so let's jump inside the bag now. So there we go. The backpack's made out of X-Pack. I think I did mine in VX07, my buddy did his in VX21. Both of us are holding up. I think his is in a bit better condition, but his is white, so definitely showing a lot more grime. Okay, first thing on the top is my tent. This is the 2020 version of the Gossamer Gear the One. It's a very lightweight tent. I think the 2020 version weighs in with the stuff sack at about 690 grams. But it is longer than the current version. It's about 88 inches long and 36 at the head end. So definitely a bit bigger inside. I'm 6'3", so having the extra space is very nice. If it's windy or if there's a bit of a sag in the tent, my foot end on my sleeping pad my quilt will definitely touch the end wall. The way that I stop that is by inside the tent. I've got just a cheap AliExpress sit pad, and I kind of put that at the rear end to lift up the tent. This version of the one doesn't have the side panel pull-outs to give you a bit more livability inside, but I have installed one in the head end just before the trip, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it lasts. This is my Diddy bag that lives inside of the pack, so we'll try to quickly go through here. Got some sunglasses. I've got a little bag here just with all of my different pills that I need for just backup. So Benadryl, ibuprofen, some Aqua tabs in there. Got a mini Bic lighter just as backup, and then an extra lid and extra thing of sunscreen in there. Maybe we'll just save electronics for the end. Then this is just my repair kit. Got some Leuko tape, got some gauze, got some gear aid, got my repair kit for my sleeping pad, and then some extra paracord. On the fence about bringing a bug net, but I'd rather deal with the extra ounce and not have to deal with getting my head eaten off. So there's that. Since we're leaving on July 24th in 2023. The wildfire season is pretty bad in British Columbia and Alberta right now. And there is currently a pretty large fire that keeps growing and tripling in size every day in Cranbrook, which is about an hour west of the trail. So we've heard some reports of smoke, and just to be safe along the trail, we've got some very lightweight disposable N95 mask with the exhale valve. The exhale valve is super nice for actually being able to somewhat breathe while exerting yourself. It will not be something that we use unless it's critical, but since we're going 7 to 8 days per town, if we get into a serious smoke situation, we don't want to be destroying our lungs without a way out. So these are just mostly for backup. Hopefully you don't have to use them, but if we need to, it's better than having black lungs. And then last is just my toothbrush, toothpaste, and some floss. Having floss is nice. All in a little half a gallon Ziploc bag. Then my electronics. So I have Garmin InReach. This is the first generation. Really only use it to check in at camp. I might splurge and get the Explorer Pass just for this one trail so I can talk to family, since there'll be some stretches up to 2 weeks without cell service. So thinking about maybe upgrading my plan, but it's quite a bit of money. I've got an Anker 20-watt wall charger with the flip out plugs. That's nice. 18-inch USB-C to USB-C cable to work with the Anker plug. Other cables, I've got a USB-A to USB-C cable here, just so I can charge my phone, which I'm filming with right now, which is a Pixel 7. That way I can charge my power bank right here, which is a 10,000 milliamp power bank from Ugreen. It's got quick charge in, quick charge out. And weighs only 167 grams or something like that, so much cheaper than the carbon fiber ones. Does the job. And then I've got my old version of the Nightcore NU25 with the regular headband, so I don't hate myself. And then just a 6-inch USB-A to micro USB cord for charging my InReach and my headlamp. That's all in its own plastic bag. Then this is our food bag. So this is a Ursac XL food bag. Yeah, first time really using this on an extended trip before. But since a lot of the portions of the trail are above tree line that we're camping in, or have limited options for tree hangs, we're opting to use the Ursac. Gives us a bit more flexibility. I think one time we'll be while we're going through section C in the rock wall, we're camping at Wolverine Pass, which is above the tree line there. So we'll just have the ability to tie this to a rock or stuff it in with a rock, and a bear might be able to grab it but won't be able to get inside, which is what matters. And then I'll just pull out the rest of my bag because that's all in my pack liner. So last second decision just before the trail here, I decided to not use my nylon flume pack liner. I have this X-Bed schnozzle bag. So this is a pump sack bag that I had bought in the past to use with my old sleeping pad, which was the older Neo Air X-Lite. And it actually was quite compatible with that pad. I now have upgraded to the newest pad, which is the wide and long Neo Air X-Lite, the latest version. And so this schnozzle bag did not work with this latest version, so I was using the pump sack that came with it. That was pretty bad and had a bunch of leaks in it. It was just not compatible as also a pack liner because it wasn't waterproof. And so just before I left here, I realized I cut off the adapter for that Neo Air X-Lite pump sack, and I'm just keeping it on the actual pad here. And then the schnozzle has its own connection point that somehow miraculously connects to this adapter. I kind of did a Hail Mary and just cut it off and tried it, and it worked. So now I don't need to bring my nylon flume pack liner, which is quite nice. Saves some extra weight there. And this bag is fully sealable. It's even got the clips at the top, kind of is like a dry bag, so I can roll it down, and if I'm doing any creek crossings, it's much better chance of not getting my pack soaked, and it weighs less, so win-win. So starting some of my camp clothes, these are some Mountain Equipment Co-op, or I guess corporation now. These are my old Polar Tech fleece pants from them, the Expedition weight. They weigh about 150 grams. Just pretty much my sleep pants, but nice and warm for how much they weigh. Okay, we'll pull the next thing out. So next thing out is my quilt. This is a Catabatic all-sec quilt. I bought it last spring. I previously had the Catabatic Palisade in the regular width and long, and it was just a bit too narrow for me, which let in some drafts when I was moving and sleeping. So the pad attachment system is really good, but just wasn't warm enough for me. So I sold that for a pretty good price locally, and then bought this one. Was on sale at the time, so yeah, it's been great. This is rated to like a -5 or -6 degrees Celsius, so 20 degrees Fahrenheit comfortably, and I've slept in it to about -4 comfortably. So that's a great quilt, highly recommend that. I'm just a bit worried if it gets below -5, my head can get cold just with even with my puffy on. So definitely a luxury item, but I have this balaclava hood from Enlightened Equipment. It's the same Apex insulation that's on the Torrid series, and it weighs about an ounce and keeps my head nice and toasty, and I don't have to worry about my moisture from my mouth getting the down all clumped up and losing its insulation properties. For my jacket, another piece of Montbell gear that I bought from Japan maybe 5 years back. This is the Superior down hoodie. Came up to about $100 Canadian, 800 power down, weighs 250 grams. Large baffles, great hood, lots of good cinching properties. Overall, a great jacket. I think this is a perfect jacket for down to about 0 degrees if you're out at camp for an hour. Anything lower than that, it gets chilly. I think the Torrid Apex jacket would be a little bit warmer at the same weight, but this does the job, so I'm not going to buy a new one. And then my sleep shirt slash fleece. This is the Mountain Hardwear Air Mesh hoodie. Similar idea to all the Alpha Direct fleeces. So weighs about 130 grams, extremely warm for its weight, but very breathable. So this is going to be primarily my sleep shirt, but on some of the chilly days, it will be my mid layer underneath my rain jacket. Because it breathes so well, I don't need to worry about over sweating, and it dries pretty quickly. This has been one of the best pickups, and they recently went on clearance for about $30 in Canada, so extremely cheap, much cheaper than the Alpha Direct hoodies, which are about $150 here. For my socks, I got an extra pair of Darn Tough socks. These are the same ones that I'm wearing. These are the running, no cushion, quarter height, extra large socks. I usually use the large socks because I'm size 12 feet, but went to the extra large and I found it works a lot better for my feet, much more room and no slipping. Other part of my sleep system is my Trekology Aloofed 2.0 pillow. This has got a little pad strap, another luxury item, but I will not sleep without it. Excellent pillow for 15 bucks with a great warranty. And then for my underwear, I have one pair in the bag, one pair that I'm wearing. These are the Lululemon, not sure what type of boxers they're. Lululemon, just synthetic boxers. Really comfortable, long, not too compression-y, but still keeps everything together. Those are good. And then last but not least, I guess I got an extra pair of underwear in there that I don't need. Last but not least, I've got some just cheap merino wool Costco socks. I cut the calf height version off, so they're quarter height. Probably stupid, but it saved 40 grams, so, and it's still just as warm as I need to. So that's it. And then here we'll go on kind of my worn weight. So shoes, these are the Speed Goat 5s. I previously wore the Speed Goat 3s for the past 4 years. Those were great, got a couple on clearance. Speed Goat 5s seem just as good. I use them about a full size up from my regular day-to-day shoes. So I'm 11.5 normally, these are 12.5, and they fit me with a bit of room to spare, but not a bunch. These pair, I've already got 100 kilometers on them. We're gonna be doing changing out our shoes for section D, so about 600 kilometers into the trail. So they'll get about 700K on them. Probably could have gone the whole trail with them, but in the event something was breaking, we just didn't want to have to try to find different types of shoes on the trail in a small town and have to deal with that whole hassle. So we're just going to replace them on the trail there. And then my hiking poles, this works with setting up my tent, which is the Gossamer Gear, the one that I talked about. These are Lecky Micro Vario carbon poles. They're fully adjustable and break down kind of the running style. I previously used the Black Diamond ergo cork poles, which are great, and I always thought cork was the way to go, but these have a synthetic handle that is excellent, that I actually probably prefer. These weigh about a pound. A lot heavier than the lightest ultralight poles, but they're adjustable, which is excellent with the tent. They break down small, and they're just much more usable poles. So rather have these than have mine break on the trail. And then for my clothing, so I've got just a running style hat here, the long brim. I've got a Montbell sun hoodie. This is the cool sun hoodie. It's got a nice zip when I'm hiking out with my face not going to the sun. Can get a lot more breathability through there. It's only about UPF 15 to 20, I believe, which is all I really need. I find that does more than enough to protect my skin. And then I've got it in white just for a bit more reflection of the sun. I am expecting it to be a complete different color by the time I'm done, but we will see as it changes throughout the trail. Pants, these are some Arc'teryx pants. These are the Arc'teryx Leaf Roy pants that are, they don't make them anymore. I think they call them the Gamma SL pants now. Excellent pants, had these for 5 years. I've been doing a ton of bushwhacking trails in the North Vancouver mountain range. I completed all the peaks in them. Excellent pants. Maybe not the most breathable, maybe not the most quick drying, but all around, these are the pants I always gravitate to and are very durable. And then I've just got my socks. So yeah, that's a general overview of everything we'll be taking on the trail for 38 days. We have sent all of our food out already to all of our post offices and drops along the trail. Planned out over 38 days of different camp spots we'll be stopping at, with over 15 reservations. And now we just got to do it. So thanks for watching. Hope this helped. If it didn't, it will just be a good video to watch maybe 50 years from now. Looking forward to going on this trail with my dad, and yeah, thanks for watching.